So all of the numbers, I mean, about literally everything that have come out this week have just been god awful, right? The economic numbers, the lying numbers we've gotten from the Department of Government Efficiency, the stock market numbers that we've talked about, nothing but bad news. So kind of wanted to end this week, the final video on Friday, with some numbers that are actually good news. And those numbers, of course, are Donald Trump's approval ratings that for the first time in this administration are officially underwater according to the polling aggregates. Now, the reason I mention the polling aggregates is, of course, because we have seen some polls that have shown Donald Trump's approval rating being underwater, more disapproving than approving. But this is the first time that the aggregate, the majority of the polls, show him with a higher disapproval rating. And yes, that's good news, because when Biden was president, it took 7 months before President Biden had an underwater approval rating. It took Donald Trump 45 days. But believe it or not, that's actually still better than his first term in office. When Donald Trump first came into office back at the beginning of 2017, his approval rating was above water. It wasn't above 50%, but it was above water, right? More people approved than disapproved. But after 15 days of his first administration, he went underwater and never again had a positive approval rating. So this time took a little bit longer. In fact, took 3 times longer, 45 days instead of 15. But nevertheless, we got there, and a majority of people now disapprove of the job that he is doing. So, it gets funnier. Right before he gave his joint session speech to Congress on Tuesday, that was the first time, that's when it flipped. But it only flipped by 0.1%. Wednesday morning, after the speech and everybody got to hear him rant about transgender mice because he doesn't know how to read, it went to 0.3%. So that speech, and of course the tariffs, the tanking of the stock market, all of that, it drove him even further down. So he's not doing himself any favors with his policies. He's not doing himself any favors with his speaking. Basically, nothing he's doing is helping anything because nothing he's doing is helping Americans. And that is the point. I know that polls come and go, they change, whatever it is, but during his first term, once he went underwater, he never got back, and the public switched parties in the next presidential election. President Biden, after 7 months, went negative, never flipped it to positive again. The next presidential election, party control of the White House flipped. If that trend continues, and I'm hoping it does, and honestly, I see no way for him to flip it, we could be looking at the exact same pattern again. So, yes, this does matter. This is not just, haha, look at the idiot that nobody likes. This is the trend. This is the pattern. If people stay unhappy, and I imagine they're going to stay unhappy because economists are predicting a recession by the end of June, then yeah, that probably bodes well for the Democrats. Now, on the Democratic side, y'all have to fix your economic messaging to the American public. That should be the only message you are sending to the American public. That is what matters. That is what people are voting on in these last couple elections, okay? That is the issue. That right there. And I'll repeat it again to get it in your goddamn heads. Talk about the economy and then shut the hell up. Talk only about the economy, then shut the hell up. That is what people want to hear right now. They don't want to be divided by social issues. They don't want to be distracted with, oh, well, Trump's a convicted felon. We know that. We get it. Yes, it's true. But let's not go there now. Talk about the economic destruction that Donald Trump has done because the public's already feeling it. We're already seeing it, and they're reacting to it. Drive the point home, and then drive him out of the White House and all the other Republicans in 2028. That's the plan. Please, for the love of God, stick to it. Thanks for watching, everybody, and if you're not already, please subscribe to the channel. We got fresh content every day for you. And if you want to follow us across social media, make sure you check out all of the social links that we have posted in the description of this video.